really a tough game for even this coach to understand. So we obviously Illinois played very well. They shot the ball well. We didn't guard the ball very well again, and that's the story of the game. 34 with 3 minutes to go, and then from then on it was just we did. The three barrage was a huge difference in the game at the end of the first half. They went zone as well, and with Duncan on the bench with his second foul as well, with Derek on his bench with his second foul, that run was critical, and then we never could catch up.
We'll do questions with the mic.
Questions for our players only right now, please. Thank you.
Derek, can you talk about the difference between guarding Tracy Abrams or guarding T-John Lucas? 3 versus 13.
They did a good job of executing their sets. They got the ball to their guys where they wanted it, and they hit shots, like you said. I don't know if they shot from the three-point line, but they didn't miss too many, and that was during the game.
Derek, a lot we made about the technical as it came for that big run. What happened on that play?
First and foremost, I apologize to the ref because I told him honestly, I wouldn't even be mad about the call. I thought it was a good call. And I actually tried to make the shot, but it was just bad timing. And me and the ref talked about it. I apologized to my guys. And that's what kind of kick-started the run that took them into the half. And that's pretty much what happened.
So you were actually trying to bounce the ball into the basket, is that right?
Yeah, I wasn't mad. Once I saw the call, I actually bounced it and had front spin on it, like with the attempt to make it. But in a game like that, after a call like that, it's just inexcusable to, kind of react like that. So I understood the call, but it was costly to our team. And like I said, I apologize to both the ref and my teammates.
Mark?
DJ over here. Can you address kind of what happened in terms of momentum once Derek went out? I mean, why couldn't you guys, hang in there or something without him? Was it his play or something?
I'm not completely sure. Like Coach said, we're going to go back tomorrow and watch the film. But, I mean, it was tied up, 3 minutes left in the first half, and it seemed like we couldn't get a defensive rebound, and they just kept hitting a lot of open threes. And from then on, they had all the momentum going in the half.
Derek, defensively, how much improvement do you think can be made quickly at this point?
I think we did a good job of recognizing our sets. I think we still overhelped at times when we didn't need the help. And to answer your question, I think we still have the potential to be a great defensive team despite the numbers. And within the team, we still have great concentration on that side of the ball. So as quick as we can, excuse the mistakes that we make, and I think that would be all the difference for us.
DJ, their bigs obviously had a big night from the beginning. They were hitting stuff. I mean, was there stuff that they were doing that you hadn't seen on film, or was it just hard for you guys to handle all 4 of them?
Nah, everything that they was doing out there, we saw on film. They hit a lot of little short rolls, a lot of 15-footers. Maverick, in general, he was 8 for 9 from the field goal. Like he didn't miss one of those. So we scouted it. We watched a lot of film. They just executed well.
I guess back to Derek. What do you guys talk about amongst yourselves, and when it's going the wrong way, game after game? I mean, is there something? I know we talked a little bit about this yesterday, but is there something that you guys can, talk about among the players to try to fix things as opposed to the coaches?
Within the team, the chemistry, like I said when I asked the question before, the chemistry is there. The 1-2 is there. I think it's a combination of bad breaks and mistakes, like I said before. Sometimes we just get the ball didn't bounce our way. We didn't get calls that we thought we should have got. But overall, this team morale and the chemistry is, hasn't dwindled at all. So look for us to come out and play hard our very next game.
Anybody have anything else for the players? All right, fellas.
Good job.
We'll take questions for Coach Beilein, please.
Hey, Coach. Where do you think the defensive issues really came today in terms of Was it really down low, or do you think it
Well,
was once again your?
Yeah, early Morgan really, he's really improved his game. I mean, I love the way they've developed him over time. Frankly, he hasn't been a factor in any times that we've ever played him. So he's a senior now, I believe? Yes? Yes. So that's the type of growth you want to see in guys, and he did a great job. But then the hook shots early hurt us, and then that little 15-foot jumper, I don't recall him making those in the past. And we were playing off him a little bit, and he was great. And Black's the same thing. Yeah, our scouting reports and things like that said, yeah, we got to get there, and we didn't get there obviously hard enough.
John,
He didn't score by pounding inside. He scored two. It was all 15-foot jump shots and penetration by the guards, hitting them out.
John, were you expecting two of their rotation players to not play at all? And how much had you scouted Lucas and Nichols?
I've seen Lucas play a lot in high school. We actually recruited him for a bit, and so I've seen him, and he's really, he's a young kid. He's got a really young birthday, and he's going to be a really good point guard in the Big Ten. And I had nothing on the kid that came off the bench there. Kipper was just absolutely sensational. I mean, with the rebounds and everything. So we were really worried about Black on the offensive boards, but the offensive boards weren't effective. They didn't miss, and we allowed them to make shots. So.
Lauren?
John, you didn't have an offensive rebound until the score was 67-48. Have you been having that kind of trouble on the offensive board?
Lawrence, great question. With our style, we usually have 4 out, 1 in. So it's not, offensive rebound is not a thing that we try to get there as much as we can, but we don't think it's the only thing that determines games. And so, but I did not like that we didn't have a defense, that our two biggest guys did not have a defensive rebound or an offensive rebound at halftime. And the guy, Kipper, who was barely made our scouting report, had 4. That was more troubling, was our defensive rebound, not our offensive rebound.
You had another team shoot pretty well from 3-point range. Is that
I would say so, yeah.
Is that more due to, as Derek said, overhelping, or is it kind of the fundamentals you talked about yesterday?
Well, Coleman hit a couple really, he did hit 2 tough ones. But one time we doubled off on Morgan, and because we didn't want Morgan to keep just grinding us inside. They caught Coleman in transition a couple of times when we had 2 of our experienced players out of the lineup. People find a way to get open. I mean, when Lucas is 2 for 9, when he banks one in, we're not even surprised anymore. Kipper has not made a 3 yet. When he put it in, we're not surprised anymore. The ball is just small, and the basket's real rim when you're and the basket's real big when you're playing Michigan right now.
Brendan?
2 for you, John. I guess the big talking point for Derek this year has been, senior point guard. When does he have his senior moment or senior turnaround, whatever? Where do you think he is in terms of fulfilling kind of who
I really thought he was really back in the first 15 minutes of that game. I mean, he was back. He was running our club. He was making shots. He just really looked like a guy that we've seen so many different times. So unfortunately, right when he sat, all of a sudden everything, with 2 minutes or 3 minutes ago, everything changed. We missed. I will say during that time, we missed 2 1-1s. Right, which were very, and we missed a couple of shots that they made, but all of a sudden it was 13. But I think he's growing, but he does not like playing the way he's played in a couple of games, and it bothers him, and we got to keep working with him.
And being able to kind of sit where we sit tonight and see you go through the rotation and stuff, it's, when it comes to the defensive side and just looking for answers over and over, is there anything that can be done rotation-wise, or minutes to other guys, or anything different at this point?
I'm not sure right now. I'm in a little bit of shock right now with the trend that as continues to go. Our worst defensive teams were not like this, and so we just got to continue to just really work very, very hard at playing with more intensity, more passion. I don't think schematically it's anything to do with anything. I mean, it's just we do not react well to there's 2 days in between. We get there, we know where we are, but we don't get there and guard people and affect people's shots. It's that simple. But we don't get square, and people get offensive rebounds. When you get 4, your shooting stats are going to say when you get 4 offensive rebounds, put it in. That's 4 for 4. That's going to change your stats.
Right in the middle with Zach.
It seemed like, at least from the press box, that Derek's tech was kind of a turning point of the game. I mean, what did you make of that play? What did you tell him? And then what did you think of your team's response?
Yeah, I've coached Derek for a long time. When I saw him do that, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. He's just never done that. He hasn't done that in practice. I just can't, I don't think he can explain why he did that. He's probably frustrated that, you know, he's worked really hard over the summer to really come in here and have a great senior year. And his year's been up and down a little bit. So it's a little frustration that I've never seen out of him. So we've all learned a valuable lesson. It's not, they'll always say, well, that was a minute the game turned. The way they shot the ball, and you know, I don't think we're going to win that game anyhow, but it certainly would have been closer.
You guys have anything else?
I know you're not a fire and brimstone guy, you're not gonna, you know,
Yeah.
light the walls on fire or anything at halftime, but like, where are you kind of in terms of dealing with this group's psyche? Is it still, you know, all positive, or is it, you know, kind of time to call people out or anything like that?
Well, you don't see our practices in our films, you know, our film session, but it does, yeah, and that's another point, right? And we have, I can't say we've tried everything, but we are trying very hard to find out what pushes the buttons on this team. And it's been a thing we've addressed all year long, that there's something missing. There's just something missing, and for the normal things, and until we find it, and that's me to find it. It's on me. Find it. You gotta find it.
Talked yesterday about the go-to guy that you're looking for
Yeah.
something. I mean, is that kind of the stretch when Derek goes out and things are going against you? I mean, is there someone, is that what you
Well,
expect someone to kind of?
Yeah, what happened, Mark, is a great question. They went zone, and Duncan's already got 2 fouls. Now X is in there, and they went zone, and all of a sudden we did not. I think we had maybe 1 or 2 open shots. We tried to do too much, and we missed. I think we did have the fouls. One of them might have been a 1-on-1, and all of a sudden it was over. It was just like that. It was 13 points in no time. So I don't think it was a matter of that. I mean, X is still learning how to do those things, and without Duncan in there, we're a different zone team. So we sort of got it.
And Mo scoreless first half, is that just a
Scoreless,
function?
no rebounds, anything. So it's just, he's playing crunch time minutes for the first time. He's learning how people are going to defend him different ways. Playing against a big guy, experienced guys too. You know, I love his energy. He's working really, really hard. I wouldn't trade him for anybody, but I don't expect him to be a guy that's going out and getting 18 and 8 every night. He's going to have days like this, and this was one of them.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.